Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Yes, indeed. The Call Flow Show on a Monday morning. Our number here, if you would like to give us a call and let us know what your weekend was like, challenge us with some trivia possibly. Our number is 434-394-0924. This is WFLO Farmville. So it is a Monday morning. I hope everybody out there is waking up easily, in a good mood. It's not always to wake up in a good mood on a Monday, but hey, today is a good day to do that. And you know, once you do it, it can become habit. Happiness is a choice. I think a few people just went, oh no, put that guy back, put him back, throw him back to California. Anyway, this day, it is National Crawfish Day, April 17th. I can't believe it's the 17th. Wow, that just took my breath away a little bit. I have 10 days till my son shows up. I'm looking forward to that. National Crawfish Day. I've had crawfish once, liked it. It was a little different, but I know a lot of people here, especially in the South, love the crawdad meal. The type that you get in a big bucket, and they've got like a picnic table with paper on it, and they just toss out the whole meal. I think that might be actually called something else. If that's the case, maybe somebody could call me up and let me know what that name is for that meal that they just throw on the table. It's also National Cheese Ball Day. Now, my sisters had the most fantastic recipe for a cheese ball. They would use some soft cheddar. And the reason I'm saying soft cheddar was because my dad was a music teacher in Arizona, up in the mountains of Prescott, Arizona. And every year he had a, what's it called? Donations when he's selling candy and stuff like that. Anyway, he sold soft cheddar cheese, Wisconsin soft cheddar cheese. Soft Wisconsin and cheddar cheese. So my sisters would take a bunch of olives and chop those up really fine. They'd get some Philadelphia cream cheese and mix it with the soft cheddar cheese, and it made for a fantastic cheese ball. I know that was a long way around just for a cheese ball. Oh, it's National Haiku Poetry Day. Who doesn't like a good haiku? I wonder if I go there, if they would give me a good haiku for the day. Did you know it was Haiku Day? So let's see. Whitecap. No. Oh, come on. Hey. Can you think of a good haiku? H-A-I-Q. You know those
haiku?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, wasn't it? Or
I thought you were saying IQ, like an IQ test or something.
I feel like my IQ is probably less than a date. So yeah, 17. Yeah, it's a specific poetry formula.
Yeah, I remember that in school.
It's like I think it's Japanese poetry.
Sounds right.
It's like non-rhyming. 3 lines with syllables of 575. Come on, let's make up a haiku.
No, I'm more of a blue shoe kind of guy.
We'll let you have that one. Blue shoe. Well, so that begs a question. Why do they call it blue shoe?
The rhyme scheme is what I was hinting at.
I thought that. No, but haven't you heard it? Haven't you heard that kind of saying? It's like
probably.
And,
yeah, but I don't know what it's all about.
I wasn't really sure what
I thought it was just somebody being silly, doing a quick rhyme scheme like cat and hat, and you know.
I have blue shoes.
Do you?
Does that
Cool.
make me special?
Mine are dark and gray. Sort of like last week's weather.
Were they supposed to be that way? That's the other question.
Yeah, they started off that way.
That's good. It's National Ellis Island Family History Day.
All right.
Have you been Ellis Island?
No, I have not.
It's a good
Have
trip.
you?
Yeah, I just went with my son last year, actually.
Okay.
went over there, and of course the Statue of Liberty, and it's kind of one tour gets you to everything over there.
Mm-hmm.
I love that boat tour in New York. I don't know.
Okay.
You see the skyline from the water, and it's really spectacular sight. International Bat Appreciation Day. Do you like your bats?
Take them or leave them. I know a guy that got bit by a bat once.
And so, is he a vampire now?
No, he got the actual shots that are needed to
Prevent
Yeah.
vampirism?
or at least rabies anyway, or whatever. They do carry something. It's sort of like mice.
Yeah, they are. They're flying mice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's bad. But I think they're cute. I mean, they're very cute. My mom gave me and my son a box set of Planet Earth. Have you seen those? It's beautifully done. National Geographic.
Yeah, I think because I remember having a collection of cards that were nothing but animals, and I'm sure it was probably tied into something similar to that.
Okay.
And it was just all these different types of wild animals.
Yeah. Well, they did one on bats. You know?
Okay.
So, and I guess they found the largest guano pile in the world. But then we
Bat
watched
droppings for those that don't speak the language.
But then that's so they did a how was this made piece at the end of each of these. How did they film all these things? And this poor guy who had to film the guano, he had this spectacular shot. It starts at the bottom and it just kind of goes all the way up. It takes like 15 seconds to get all the way to the top of this guano pile. But he spent
Crappy
days.
job.
He spent days in there. You could just tell. He wanted out of there so bad. So. You know, something I was thinking of the other day is
What's that?
Well, we were talking sort of about local Indians and, you know, and I guess I'm curious about more of that because we had so many Indians in Arizona and stuff. And I think you guys have a lot here. I can see it in names here and there and everywhere. So I was thinking maybe there would be some good Virginia Indian, like, questionnaires or that might spark some understanding of the area with the Indians, and I'm assuming people out there probably have some pretty good knowledge of what
I would imagine so.
history there is here. And if you do, you can call us at 434-394-0924.
I shall return.
All right, then I will sit here with my multiple choice questions, and then I'm going to answer them. That's what to do. Oh wait, I don't even know if I have answers. This could be bad. Okay, what are the 3 major American Indian language groups found in Virginia? 3 major American Indian language groups.
You got me there.
Let's see here. So I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing this right. Oroquian? Sioyan?
You're going dangerous places, my friend. I would never. You're treading in waters I would never go into.
I'm telling you, this is spelled,
It does sound somewhat familiar. What
Does
you're
it?
saying, yeah.
It's like Iroquoian. How would you pronounce that?
It's too early in the morning for
Oroquian.
me. I'm not going down that road.
It's also Monday. Hey, what did you do this weekend, man?
I did a whole lot of nothing. No, I actually did go see my nephew play baseball, and he did pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. So,
Running in home runs when he shouldn't be. And
how old is he?
He's like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do most of them kind of understand the concept of the game?
For the most part, I mean, they're 7. I mean, I think they understand the basics. I mean, there are some things even I had problems with when I was a kid, and I never fully understood them because I never bothered to keep playing. There's rules about playing second base, where you let the shortstop take over and stuff like that.
Right.
And I think it's some tricky stuff like that. And the rules for the small kids aren't the same sort of rules for the rest of once you get into the bigger, older leagues. Yeah, I find that awkward in a way because they're going to have to learn them at some point.
Like, what kind of rule would you have? I mean, I could see if that's like you're eliminating some of the complicated rule.
It's like they get so many pitches as opposed to just. I guess you could strike out, but stuff like that.
Okay.
Coach pitch obviously is a difference. They didn't have that sort of thing when I was coming up. you graduated from the tee to someone pitching at you your own age. And I remember telling somebody that's younger than I am, and they're looking at me like, they did what? And I was like, oh, yeah, that's the way it was.
I'm going to hit you, Johnny.
In the caveman days, that's how we did it. And we liked it. We loved it.
I remember going to a homeschoolers game. Me and my son went out there, and none of the kids knew the rules. They were running backwards.
Right.
There was no score, you know.
I remember when football was like that for me. I had no clue how to play it.
Oh, man. One of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life, there's a video out there of this kid. He's young, like junior high. He's blind, and he's playing football.
Oh, wow.
If you haven't seen it, you have to see it.
I don't. Should I be laughing at what you're talking about?
I know. It's not. Yeah, the kid did great.
Oh, good.
Fantastic.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'll have to show you that.
I guess.
Okay. We might be better off with this multiple choice.
I don't know. It depends on what the question is.
All right. I'll give you one. Which American Indian language group lived in the Piedmont? Oh, wait. That's an interesting. What is the Piedmont, then? I thought Piedmont was a place, not a... I mean, they're treating it as a... like
locale.
A building, rather, or in the Piedmont. There's only one Piedmont, like it was a building, right? Or
you got me to...
I wonder if anybody else out there has that answer.
I am not informed in the Native American history. I do...
See, we had a caller last week. She said we should have some of these kind of questions, you know. And so
you're going to stump me every time.
I'm always listening to our listeners.
I told you useless information. Yes, stuff that means nothing.
All right, but before we go, we have to get through one of these questions.
No. I'm just saying that's all I know. I'm admitting to my shortcomings.
What is your Indian knowledge?
The only thing I know about as far as how it relates to me, that supposedly my great grandmother on my dad's side, she was full blood Indian, is what I was told. What I was told.
Yeah.
Right? Now I might be confusing it. It might be great, but it's something along those lines.
You have some blood.
Have some in me, yeah.
What tribe?
Cherokee, I believe.
Really? That's interesting.
I think. I
thought Cherokee was a Western.
Well, it might be. It might be.
Easy.
You get told these things as a kid, and it's like, yeah, I was told something like that, but I don't remember all the logistics of it.
That's interesting. Yeah, because Cherokee, but
yeah, I could be way off. I could be way off.
That's one of those ones that everybody knows, you know?
Right? And that's probably why my mind's going there.
That's what they teach,
yeah,
right? You know, just sure.
Well, there's Apache, there's Arapaho.
Arapaho.
The
Sioux, yeah.
The Sioux. You're going to laugh. Most of my stuff is from TV and movie knowledge. Because I remember watching Centennial. Do you remember that in the 70s? It was on NBC. It was like a series. It was a series that ran for like. It was, and what it was the history of the country basically, and it started off with a French Canadian trapper and his relationship with the Indians, and it followed the bloodline pretty much all the way through to, at that point, current day, which would have been late 70s.
Nice.
And it was like everybody you could think of was in it at the time.
It sounds vaguely familiar. Was it a series?
Yes.
Okay.
But it wasn't like an ongoing show. It was on for like a certain amount of episodes.
Okay.
And it lasted, like I said, all the way up to the but basically, that's how, because the trader, he was listing all the Indian tribes he dealt with. You know, he goes, the Arapaho, the Shawnee. You know, he's doing that, trying to do a French Canadian accent, but the Arapaho, the Pawnee. Yeah, he sounded like Black Jack Shellac from the Looney Tunes cartoon. The beaver, the gold, and all that sort of stuff.
Je ne comprends pas.
But he had to know how to, communicate with each different tribe because they weren't. They fought each other. Or they were friendly towards each other. It depended on what the tribe was. You know.
Yeah. I mean, the history of American Indians.
Did I say Pawnee? I said
Shawnee. You said Shawnee.
Isn't Pawnee one too?
Yeah,
I think.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's why I'm wondering. Piedmont, Powhatan, Monacan, Cherokee. So it says, which American language group lived in the Piedmont, which I still don't understand. Was it the Monacan, the Powhatan, or the Cherokee? What do you think?
I have no idea.
I'm going to say, whoa, I shouldn't have done that.
But that's why you got like Powhatan around here. It's because of Chief Powhatan.
And that's why
Captain
I chose
John
it.
Smith, that sort of thing. When they were trying to settle out here from England, you had people like Captain John Smith, and he was captured by Powhatan, and Pocahontas played into that role of it was romanticized obviously through history and later on through movies and whatnot, but she supposedly spared his life. His daughter, Powhatan's daughter, was Pocahontas, and all that was local here in the state.
Pocahontas was
Powhatan. That's why that's why you get those names around here.
Okay. Now Disney did a
yes, that's
movie,
exactly what I was thinking of.
And I went to school with the girl who was the body image of her.
Interesting.
Yeah. She was one of the strangest girls I've ever known in my entire life. She was so out there, but she was one of those people that's so out there. It's like a Janis Joplin kind of out there.
Very free spirit, it sounds
like. It worked for her,
right.
And it was accepted by the rest of us, I guess is the best way to put it. Hey,
hey.
I was gonna see how long it took him. Well, it was that was all about some type of segue into the next question because it wasn't very good. But did you know almonds are a member of the peach family?
That I did not know. I thought it was a nut.
So last year, my peaches did not grow. I was very sad. The first
you tried to grow some here.
Yeah, the first year we have I think like 6 peach trees, and the first year we were here we had like maybe a dozen peaches. We'd just gotten here July, early July, and we were like waiting for them to be all ripe and ready and everything.
Right.
And we were like, all right, tomorrow, one more day. We go out and all the peaches are gone, and we're pretty sure that the neighbors took them. Until we found out, it's Chris and Fran. They obviously didn't take our peaches. So, but talking to neighbors and stuff, have you ever grown peaches here?
I know.
You have to garden them against the squirrels and the deer. It's one day they're ready and then they're all gone, man. So I was out there yesterday looking at it, and I've got a good 100 peaches on it. Well, last year they got all mucusy and gummy.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what that is about. Maybe somebody out in the listening world, the terrestrials out there, could tell me what that gooey
listeners.
Stuff is. Listeners?
Yeah. Well, you're throwing this big language around. I don't. It's awful early. People might be like me and going, huh? What?
It is. I'm like majorly surprised I'm functioning at this moment in time. But it was not pretty. It was a beautiful morning, though. I mean, wake up, the sun's there. It's just nice. But that made it even worse, I think. Like, I don't want to get.
But you got to definitely got to be aware of the critters that want. Like we have a cherry tree, and if you don't get those cherries when the birds will take them, buddy. They're like, those are for us. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, we still have our groundhog that we're feeding and seeing here and there. And everything.
Groundhog.
It's great. He comes out from under the shed. He's like, hey, dudes, what's happening? I love it when they stand up, too, look around like, ooh. But our groundhog's pretty fat. He can't stay up there very long. Hey, do you know what the only state that has a one-syllable name?
A state that only has one syllable to it?
Yeah.
Do you?
I do.
Because you got the answer in front of you?
That's right. That's the only reason.
Too early. What?
Oh, yeah. This is fascinating. Maine.
Yep.
I'm sure our listening audience is very.
I'm sure they got it. They probably knew right away.
That's true. That's very true.
It's just too early for me.
Yeah, those aren't all working that much for me. How about you?
You roll with whatever you got.
Let's see what we got. How about some? I want to kind of keep it local.
Yeah.
Keep it Virginian.
Virginia.
Keep it personal.
Right.
But, what would help even more if somebody would, call,
What's that number for them to call? I'll be right back.
It is 434-394-0924. This is WFLN. It's 870 Farmville. This is the Call Flow Show. Let's see here. Virginia State is famous for the Pentagon, oysters, the Appalachian Trail, and for its important place in early history. I'm really happy to hear some of the things that are going on with Virginia, especially in the local area. We had Doug Stanley on last week, and he was giving us the lowdown of some of the stuff coming up, some of the solar projects. And I know that the Microsoft has a big campus out here somewhere. Where is that Microsoft campus? Do you know?
Yeah. No, I do not.
No?
No, I'm not your connection for where's this and where's that. But I will say that we do have some guests tomorrow.
We do?
Yeah. Well, you do.
You're like, I'm out of here.
Your guest tomorrow will be Cheryl Gibson. No, Cheryl Gibson and Frank Lacey of Meals on Wheels.
Come on down.
Tell them what they've won, Johnny.
Well, Meals on Wheels, isn't that who is getting sponsored by the Wine Festival?
Well, kind of, sort of, yeah.
Oh, cool. When is that wine festival? Anyway?
You got the information right there in front of you.
Is it on the 22nd?
I believe it is.
It's from 11
I believe it is, yeah.
to 5. So what time in your show are you going to do your ticket, do you know?
After I get through all the stuff at the top of the hour, then I'll get into a song or so.
Yeah.
I usually do it before the break. I shouldn't be giving that stuff. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you don't give away.
Yeah, well, what I found...
Let's put it this way. If I remember to do it, that's when I'll do it. And if something else happens in between that and when I want to do it, that takes my mind off of it, then I'll try to do it sometime before the hour's over with.
I was going to do it
which was like Friday, I believe. I had that happen to me.
Yeah, I was thinking of Friday, too. Friday was not any better than Monday, I don't think.
I made the comment Friday that Friday's Monday, basically, around here. It's just as bad. No, Monday, the difference between Monday and Friday for this place is this one thing. It's way busier on Friday.
That's true.
But Monday's just more of an adjustment to get back into the work mode that you were in by Friday.
It's kind of nice. They usually leave us alone on Monday. They're still trying to get back into speed, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah. No, this is Let's see here. Let's explore what else the mother of presidents is known for. Virginia is located in the mid-Atlantic and southeastern region of the United States. I don't know why that's so interesting, but the Appalachian Mountains run diagonally across the state. So does it literally just cut it right across?
I haven't said so.
So which way are the Appalachians from us? Northwest, or do you have any? Oh,
I don't care. No, no, I don't know.
All right, so you have to learn this in school.
Well, they're more towards West Virginia out that.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm pretty sure we came that way when we came down, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful up there. So what are the states that border our lovely state of Virginia?
West Virginia, which actually at one time was part of the state.
Yeah. Maybe they should... Never mind. It's I don't know, California, I think, should absolutely be 2 states, but, it is what
North and South California.
Absolutely. They even call it that. Everybody calls it NorCal or
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
What's the differences?
Oh, my God. It is night and day. So when you're down in L.A. and San Diego, it's who do you know? It's name dropping. It is. It's Hollywood and all that stuff.
Right.
You go up to San Francisco and I'd say you could cut it almost right down the middle, Santa Maria, let's say. And you're going up Napa, Sonoma and everything. You could be working with somebody and then 3 months later find out that they were toured with Santana or, it's just nobody really drops names anymore. Everybody seems really humble up there and just kind of, I don't know, low key.
I get it. Small as Virginia is, the differences between North Virginia and below North Virginia, there's a lot of differences there.
Yeah.
As far as culture.
Exactly.
And it's because of what is neighboring us, obviously, D.C. So you're getting people that reside in North Virginia, but they work in D.C.
It's almost like D.C. should kind of suck up a big portion of Virginia up there, just extend D.C. into what is actually happening already, because everybody up there is pretty much pandering to the D.C. crowd anyway.
Yeah. And there is that. I mean, I'm not denying it. Yeah, you're right.
There's a lot of money up there, man.
Hence why I say below all that is a lot different than than up there.
And then there's Farmville.
And everything else, Buckingham and everything else.
The lowest pay in the state. Oh, man. I actually thought this... Well, no, I didn't think this was interesting. I thought this was kind of silly that they call Virginia the 35th largest state. I mean,
we don't want to be left out, come on.
That means you're also the 15th smallest state, I mean,
Well, that makes sense. You look at it, all the colonies that became states are very small compared to what expanded out west.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even as a kid, you look at the map and you go, man, why do these other states take up so much space, and all these coastal states on the east here are like really small,
like Rhode Island?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, take one step and you're out.
That's smaller than my backyard. Hey, right on. I did want to finish out this, though. The bordering states of Virginia are Maryland, Washington, D.C.
If you count that as a state,
Yeah, I think they do. It's independent. North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, and West Virginia. I find that impressive, actually. Pretty good.
That goes back to, like I said, the size of the state and then the states that surround it. Yeah, they seem like they're so close, but like if you drive to Memphis, that's a long drive.
You like Memphis?
I've been there quite a bit, yeah.
Beale Street, have you gone down there?
Mm-hmm.
I was stationed in Millington, so that's what we do. We'd drive up there to party, and I loved Beale Street, man. Just loved it.
Yeah, I've actually walked up and down that street.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
You should do it every weekend about.
Well, I was only there for vacation, so I wasn't there for a long time.
Well, and then there's the what's the Peacock? It's a famous hotel that's got the geese or the.
I don't know because I probably didn't stay there.
I want to call it the Peacock, but that doesn't make sense that they had ducks and a peacock. I wish somebody.
Any other time I would probably know what you're saying, but my mind, like I said, it's Monday. I don't really.
We can never afford that, so we went.
But I've been numerous times at various stages of my life.
Okay,
I've gone when I was really young to when I was a teenager to I don't know, maybe 20 years ago.
That sounds. Yeah, it reminds me of Hawaii, but
see, I can't brag on that. I've never been to Hawaii.
But why would you go over that? I mean, what was the motivation?
When we were kids, it was obviously my mom was an Elvis fan. Dad liked Elvis, so it was just one of those things where we just. Where do you want to go on vacation? Let's go to Memphis.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so I've seen the evolution of what going to Graceland is like. Because when I first went, they had his vehicles out in the outdoors, and you could get by them or sit on it, depending on if it was like a snowmobile or something like that, and take pictures on it. To where now they've got it all moved into a museum across the street from the house now. So it's evolved a lot over the years. A lot of people think probably it's the same thing. Now they try to change it up every so often because. Through the span of time that I've gone out there, they've changed a lot of things about it.
Yeah, we just drove by. We didn't have time to get out and check it out, but I would have loved to have done that. For sure.
It's cool. It helps to be a fan, or at least have some interest in Elvis.
Yeah. But if you're not, I think it's one of those places that will make you sort of that way. Realize
it could very well be. Yeah,
the size of it. Well, we missed the 8:30 hour, so we got to get down to.
Yeah, we need to do it then.
Some weather and birthday. You want to go ahead and? I'll go ahead and do the. Weather first.
Okay.
Because this edition of the weather is brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. I invite you to call or come by and see me about your loan needs.
Whether it's time to purchase investment property, build your dream house, expand your business, or purchase timberland or farmland, you will find old school personal assistance with attention to detail. Stop by our office at 216 North Main Street or call us at 391-1136. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Thank you, George. It is 55 degrees right now. The humidity is 46%. Winds at 3 miles an hour, and the barometer at 29.79 inches. It just looks like a beautiful week. It's going to get warmer throughout the week. Today it's going to be sunny with a high of 69. Tonight, clear with a 42. Tomorrow, sunny and 73 degrees. That's about perfect for me. Tuesday night, clear, low of 46. Wednesday, a high of 81 and sunny. Mostly clear on Wednesday night and a low of 51. Getting a little warmer, 86 by Thursday, sunny and clear on Thursday night with a low of 59. And Friday, we finish out sunny and 85. That sounds absolutely fantastic to me. The Bank of Charlotte County, with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brunel, and their lone office in downtown Farmville. And that means, let's see, the birthday calendar is brought to you by Atkins Wilson PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, business formations, and collections. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Should sound more like Carol Channing than we do Marilyn Monroe.
Everybody just turned off their radios all at once. Streaming went down. It was...
Here we go. Birthdays for Monday, April 17th. Here we go. Happy birthday going out to Hannah Sprouse of Buckingham.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And also Aubrey P. Shelton, Trinzaz Whitley. I hope I got that somewhat right. Yeah. Trinzaz Whitley. Christian Dale Goen. Greg Long. And then we do have some anniversary couples here.
Oh, good.
Calvin and Shelley Ward.
Is that Shelley?
I was thinking it might have been Shelby or something, but it's Calvin and Shelley Ward. Nice. And Mr. and Mrs. Aubrey Golson Jr.
Happy anniversary.
Happy birthday, happy anniversary. If you did not make our list, the same to you.
It's always nice to get anniversaries. Well, and then I wish they'd tell us how, many years that anniversary was.
They did not provide us that information.
It can be kind of nice to have that information.
Did you know there was a new registrar board member?
Oh, really?
That took office?
Really?
Yeah, in Buckingham County.
No, oh, yeah. They restored one or they assigned one?
Basically, one has taken the spot until that person's original spot will be fulfilled, which is roughly June 30th, according to this.
Well, it's not too far away.
No, it's not. So, and they'll decide whether to keep the person that's the interim or not.
Does it say anything about I don't know, any federal oversight, any government oversight, or state oversight? I mean, it kind of sounds like a mess. I don't really quite, and I don't know if anybody really truly knows what happened. But
I guess the gist of it, and I'm not saying I'm an authority, but the gist of it is the person who had that spot has vacated the spot, and so they needed to fill it with an interim, and so this person will serve. I can say the name, I guess, Louis Gutierrez, if I got that halfway right. I apologize if I messed up, is filling in and serving as the interim capacity at present. and serving out the last few months. This is all coming from the Farmville Herald, by the way.
Cool.
I do list my sources. Virginia state law requires registrars to serve 4-year terms. And what I found interesting about this was it's only its third in more than 30 years.
Really?
Wow. I mean, wow.
I guess people really like the gig.
I tell you, man. But anyway, so you can find that in section 242-110 of the Virginia Code. At the end of that term, the city or county's electoral board decides whether to reappoint that person or let them go.
Wow.
So there you go. Just a little update.
I get curious about.
I think most people know this already. News to me, but
yeah. I mean, I've never been a big fan of politics.
Neither am I. Hence why I probably was ignorant to all that.
Me too. Yes. Excuse me, but yeah, I just do wonder at times though. What does that job entail? Does it get paid? Does it?
I'm sure you get paid for it.
How much time does it take to do it? I don't think it's a full-time gig at all, right? It's just
I would think it would be, but I mean,
so it's not like the Kiwanis Club or something.
Kiwanis Club. That's where you pay dues. I don't think the government works that way. Even small government. It's like the federal government. Do they actually work a full-time job? They take off an awful lot, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know that kind of thing. So I guess it's similar in a way.
It gets interesting sometimes.
Yeah, I'm by no means am I a government.
No, I think what my son would say.
What's that?
If they just let me run the world, everything would be fine.
That's a gig I would not want.
No, did you say that when you were a kid?
No,
I kind of had that sense of.
Did you say the same thing as a kid?
I think so.
No. I wanted to be when you were in kindergarten. What do you want to be when you grow up? I think I wrote down, I want to be a cowboy.
Well, I'm pretty sure as a kindergartner, I wasn't trying to be a politician. But,
no, I think I want to be a cowboy is what I put.
It's as good as any.
Do you have anything?
Well, do you know what the population of Richmond is? You know about how?
Not really.
It's 226,000. It's just barely under the 100 largest cities in the U.S. I thought it was kind of small. It feels kind of small.
Yeah, well, it is.
So I don't know. I guess it's
compared to
city.
Places you've seen and been, yeah.
Well, it just seems it's so much, densely populated up towards D.C. And it seems to kind of sprawl out with that.
Yeah,
density.
I guess that's what I was getting at, talking about the differences. Once you get further down, it's not nearly as congested as.
Yeah, it's a different ballgame, except for that I-95. Oh my God, I won't get on it unless I absolutely have to.
I don't blame you.
Every time it's like, oh yeah, you're going to be here for 6 days. What would you like to eat? This is interesting. So the Richmond city itself is 226,000. The whole greater Richmond area is 1.2 million people. So that's kind of interesting. So it's all about where you draw your lines, I guess, really. The largest city in Virginia by population is...
I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh, it's the largest city in Virginia by population is Virginia Beach.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Would not have guessed that in all the world, just because.
Okay.
I've been down there.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. I don't know. I can see why a lot of people want to live over there. It's really nice, very, very nice. We stayed in Chesapeake when we were doing our art shows out there, and that was very nice indeed. So, let's see. Do we have anything else here that is completely and utterly interesting? Sounds like a lot of stuff is coming up this weekend and next weekend around here.
Yeah.
And I guess all the way into May it's going to be
things pick up when the weather warms up.
Yeah. The farmer's market, do you know when that starts? Does it say in there? The farmer market is...
I was too busy looking at the Meals on Wheels festival thing that you're going to be talking about.
Are you talking
tomorrow
about the Virginia Wine Festival?
Yeah, but the whole thing about what it's benefiting, and Cheryl Gibson, who will be one of your guests tomorrow, She serves as marketing director of the Prince Edward County Meals on Wheels, hence why you'll be speaking to her.
Nice.
And it just goes on to talk about how they serve seniors and people under the age of 65.
Wow.
It's interesting. And they serve like 50, 60 meals a day.
That's cool. And that's a.
I'm not going to take away too much from what you guys might be talking about.
No, that's a national. Meals on Wheels is national.
Yeah.
So they have I think they have a good program. I mean, I've known people who have benefited from it.
Right.
So I think it's fantastic. Anytime people want to spend their energy and time helping other people, sounds good to me.
You haven't come across any counterfeit bills, have you?
I printed some this morning.
Please, so you can pick this man up and no. I wouldn't joke about that, but seriously,
especially at the
you
airport.
did see the story about the counterfeit bills happening around here.
I think Chris may have read it last week.
Probably so.
It's good to remind people that that's happening out there. It's unfortunately
it's something
that
you don't think about too often happening anymore, but it still happens.
I was telling her I'd been passed a $50 bill for payment for something and didn't realize it was a fake until after I had it. And the thing is, if you take that to the bank, they're going to take it from you. And you're out $50.
Right.
So,
yeah, well, they want it out of circulation.
Yeah, so obviously your best bet is to try to pawn it off on somebody else.
Yeah, the closest I've ever had to having something like that pawned off on me was like a Canadian coin or something. When I got my change back. I'm looking at it going, I don't recognize this.
I don't want this in my... This must be dangerous. I've got this big... Well, not a big box. It's one of those small little treasury box things full of coins from all over the world. I just collected. It's overflowing.
I think my grandmother still has one that has it's pennies, but it's a penny for every state.
Oh, that's cool.
And,
that's very cool.
It's been on the wall for years. Well, I was going to bring up something, but now my mind's gone blank. But we were talking about...
I'm so glad it's not just me.
No, it's not just you.
On Monday. No, it's just me all the time.
It'll come back to me eventually.
Right in the middle of your show or something like that. Oh, yeah! I meant to tell you all this.
It's not that important, but it was something to do with currency and all. Oh, at one point I was in another state, probably down south, I'm guessing. Carolina, maybe. I don't remember. But what was interesting was I was going into like a parking type place, and of course you got to put your money in, and and it'll give you back change and all. It gave me back change in dollars in coins. I had never seen this before, and I don't mean quarters. I mean they were actual like dollar type things in coins.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting because we don't. At the time, that wasn't a whole lot of that around here.
Right.
And so I remember when I brought them back, I showed them to people to pay for stuff, and I was like, "This is $1 according to this thing," and they're looking at me like,
Well, I remember when they came out with the Susan B. Anthony's.
I don't think it stuck around very long.
No, well, they keep putting them out. I mean,
do they?
Yeah, every once in a while they've put out a new round of different dollar coins, and I remember when it first came out, it was just the size of a quarter.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my, this is going to go over well. WFLO, you're on the air.
Good morning. I'm first-time caller, long-time listener.
Good morning.
And yet you sound very similar to us.
Oh, there's a lot of people that sound like me.
Yeah. What's going on?
Oh, just a few corny things I wanted to go over.
All right.
Number one, I saw the first hummingbird on Thursday.
Yay.
Coming through. Yeah. I don't know if you guys are hummingbird people.
Yeah, do you have a lot of feeders or?
Usually we wait, but as soon as we saw it, we rushed out. I mean, rushed out to where I tripped and spilled all the water all over the floor. And, oh my gosh! But anyway, yeah.
That's cool.
We get quite a few. He might have just been passing.
I'm looking forward to it. I have some of those. Do you have any of the finger feeders?
No. Do they?
Yeah, they work.
Can you get them to?
Yeah,
Really?
they'll come right up to you. As long as you if they're feeding off of the hanging one, they'll feed off of you. That sounds a little weird.
Never seen that.
No, I never saw that.
Oh, no, yeah. They're pretty cheap, too, It's like $1 for 3 of them.
Lordy. I was I don't know where. I was out this morning, and I don't know if you guys caught it, but California is trying to pass a bill to base the utility bill on the household income.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
I can see why they would do that or try it. But yeah, that's a slippery slope, isn't it?
Yeah, because what would be the reason to, since they seem to be so green, what would be the reason to try to conserve if you're on the low end?
Right. I have no idea what the details are. You know, I don't know how they're splitting that up anyway, determining who gets paid what. They've already done some of that before when I was living there, that if they would give you a break here and there from, if they had a good a good year or something like that. I don't know what it was, but, we'd get these breaks and, well, interesting.
Yes.
Any way we can get that money, we'll figure a way.
Oh, we never see it, yeah.
It's a little different in California, though. I mean, the PG&E back there runs the whole state. It's not all these little energy companies popping up. So, I mean, and they've been sued so many times for all the fires, they've had to go bankrupt. And so it's a little surprising that they're going to give. But it doesn't sound like they're giving anybody necessarily a break. They're giving a break to the low-income folks and charging the high-earning folks. So,
well, they're the ones with the money.
Yeah.
Huh.
What do you think about it?
But that could be a wide net.
Yeah, heck yeah.
If you got a job and you make money, that's to some is considered being rich.
Yeah.
You might not necessarily be, but you have disposable income that we can tax.
So that I get the sense, and most of the time, and I've even fallen for this too. You have to work really hard to make a lot of money. It's just you can't just come to money in different ways. Inheritances, lotteries, and all these other things. And it seems like people who aren't rich are tagged that they're lazy. And it just could be
that are or aren't.
They are tagged as being lazy, yeah, because they are low income. So they obviously haven't worked hard enough to make the money. And it just seems like one of the most ludicrous arguments. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that have had that issue. They could have been better off if they had worked a little harder. But I think some people that are just doing the best that they can are earning $10 an hour working 3 jobs. They're working their butts off and can barely make it. That's what really hurts my heart, actually.
Yeah, well, the thing about life is it's not fair, and anybody that sold you that shouldn't have.
Yeah. My mail person yesterday told me that life was sad.
But what's interesting in any country, and even in a communist type country, there are levels of poverty, or meaning there's always going to be people that are successful that have money, and there's always going to be people that don't. And I don't care if it's a communist country or a country like ours or whatever, you're still going to find those classes. So there is no true proven way, to my knowledge, that you can eradicate anything like that. I'm not saying that it's great, and I'm not saying it's a wonderful thing by any means, but it is what it is, unfortunately.
Yes. I call it you either win the sperm lotto or you don't. Either you're born into royalty or you have, the crack mother and nobody, that type of gig.
Yeah.
It's a spectrum. It's a huge spectrum.
It is a lotto.
Was there anything else that was on your mind that you want to bring up?
I have a quick item that is I thought it was quite ironic that there was I was watching the news and they were talking about issues in the United States that are very controversial.
Right.
And one was guns, either pro or against, and then the other was abortion.
Right.
And they had them right beside each other, and I'm like, one side thinks the guns are killing people, and then the gun people think that the people that are abortion are killing people, and it was just ironic that there was a shot of both things, and both are killing.
Yeah.
And nobody just hopped in and said, hey. But you wonder if the abortions kill more than guns, and then So
if you
I
put
just
out the
thought it was kind of
numbers,
a-
you would still have an argument from one side or the other to
Oh, yeah.
disparage it. So I mean, you would think, somebody like me that's kind of simple, I would sit there and go, well, here's the numbers. Now you tell me which one's worse. Well, they're both bad. I mean, there's, and it's, but yeah, I get what you're saying, and and I know those studies are out there that show the numbers.
yeah.
And I'm sure people look at them. I don't, as to how often and whether they keep tabs with it, who knows? But I mean, regular folk. I don't mean the people that study that stuff on a daily basis. But yeah, there's an argument to be made either way. If you want to look at it in a rational type way.
What are you talking about? Rational? No,
Rational.
I'm just kidding.
What do you mean? Yeah.
How dare
my
you?
gosh.
How dare
I
you.
know, rational, smashinal. Yeah, I know, but
We all need help at some time.
yeah,
It is a
well,
hot topic, man.
it is.
Yeah.
Both ones. It's. You brought up a good, interesting thing that we have a lot of disarray with in this country. It's you got people that are solely against one, and then there's the other. And
Yes, and I just thought it was ironic that they both were right beside each other, and I'm like, what the heck's the difference?
well, nothing really. I mean, in a sense, but you got both on both sides that will argue that there is a huge difference.
Oh yeah.
That's a huge difference. It's a huge, and they would proceed to tell you why. I'm not going to do it, but there are people that can do
No.
that. But yeah, I get what you're saying. You would think I think the saddest part of it, the whole thing, is human life has been devalued to the point that
Agreed.
it's just, that there can even be made an argument which one's worse and all that sort of stuff. It should be it's all bad. And
So we got less than a minute.
all right,
before
well,
we
thank you for
close this
calling
out.
and bringing
Yeah.
up some cool talking points for us.
Yes, exactly.
All right, man. Take care.
All right,
You
have a
too,
good
man.
day.
That was good. We got a caller, so I know that the phones work.
Yeah.
I just want to mention.
That was the verification you were looking for.
I just wanted to mention that we will be giving away a ticket in the next hour for the wine festival that supports the Meals on Wheels.
And
on
then you'll do the
Saturday.
same thing when you're on later.
Yes, I will. I will give one between 10 and 12. Let's see. Are you ready to head over to the console here and
Let's
take
see,
over?
You are ready to hit the news and
I am.
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 and
I am.